So, the plan as it is, set up here. From here, you will have group 1 not use a circle because I'm dumb. Call them red group. Set out 30 minutes before heading this path. Group 2, being the stealth group, actually, pause. What am I even saying right now? Group 1, being the stealth group, would head out 30 minutes earlier, deepest into Hawatichu territory. Group 2, heading out 30 minutes delayed, traveling middle of the pack. Group 3 will head out 30 minutes delayed from them, and then delaying an hour from them will be y'all, to choose whatever path you deem necessary. Once you clear the woods, have someone cast light, tie it to the tallest tree, picking the color of your group. If one group is missing, everyone will regroup. Here. That's the wrong color. That is like the worst color to use in the Dusklands.
It was like a spot on match.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Group 2 is what? And Group 3 is what?
1 is the stealth squad. 2, I believe, is
That will be Julius' squad.
right.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Squad.
And
No.
3 will be Ezekiel.
Thick squad.
Dead squad. And 3 is thick squad. And then we're Group 4.
Do we have the
No,
capability to
Alpha.
cast light, actually? Does anybody actually have that cantrip, or do we all pick something different?
I have minor illusion, which I don't know if that gives off light, but
I have shocking grasp. That work?
I can make light, but
God
it's
has
not
it.
the kind we want.
I have a light that emits light, but it only goes out to 10 feet.
I have a piece of flint to make a fire.
Just because the light only goes out 10 feet doesn't mean it's not visible further than 10 feet.
Oh, okay. Well,
Right.
If you tie it to the top of a tree, you can see a light from a far distance when everything's very dark around you.
Which it
Okay.
constantly is. It's the Dusklands.
that's from your magical tinkering, right,
yes.
Lucy?
So, with that plan being intact, group set, the first group will head out.
I thought it was 7's group that was going first.
You're right, it is. I'm dumb. I had it.
And they're gone.
After a few more minutes, Julius does a nod, lets his group know it's time to move out. Begins heading. After a few more minutes, you see Uriel sign something before attempting to run back into the village.
Can I
Oh,
decipher
hey, none of us
what
understand what he's
signing?
saying.
Clothesline.
Absolutely.
Well, little info I have, can I try to translate?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a 10. Close line, check. Close line, check.
He says something to the nature of, I forgot something.
I wouldn't have guessed. Crazy.
As
great.
he runs by Jericho, you feel very ineptly a hand on your pocket as he sprints by.
Does he get it free?
With the 10,
Aw.
I don't think that's fair to say he does.
Well, actually, you know what? With a 10, does he even pick the right pocket?
Probably not.
The poor
He just
boy.
runs full speed into you.
You guys hear Jericho go?
Wolf.
His hand goes to his right pocket, pulls the card out, and puts it in the left pocket again.
After a few minutes, he runs back by. Hey, Bradford, what's your passive perception?
I think that's bang on. It's 16.
Oh,
Does that mean he sees it or doesn't see it?
I
Need to use it.
Success, don't they?
Because I
What
can
if
do
I-
something to help Yuri.
yeah, I don't know actually with passive.
For DCs, it's
Does
meet
it?
or beat. So, like, I guess it
Yeah.
depends on what perspective you're looking at it from. Is
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
meeting who? in
Just
this regard.
in that case, roll a perception, Bradford.
I can totally roll one whole perception.
Can I try to help Uriel if Gregor notices he's coming back?
Do you have inclination that he's trying? For this?
Roll an insight.
I'll let you roll it
Okay.
first.
In fairness, he did just
Only
fill
roll
against
11?
Jericho.
Probably not.
Oh,
You
wait,
definitely heard Jericho snickering as he ran by.
If I
But
have my
Jericho's
rune,
always laughing.
if I have my rune bonus already, I roll these at advantage, so it is 24.
I mean, that you would, yeah. So maybe you probably have an idea he's up to something.
He's scheming, plotting.
Jericho, do you have the same jaw pain I do with like your fangs through your teeth? He's trying to distract Jericho.
no, dude, you talking about? What? Wait, what are you talking
It's the
about?
fang. It's the fang thing. He's asking if you got.
What are
fangs.
you? Actually, what are you talking about?
Bradford, do you take any interest in this conversation they're having?
Probably not a single bit because they're talking about their fang stuff. It's like, all right, cool.
Gotcha. Okay, roll a perception.
Alrighty. Oh my god. Does this help? Is that enough? No, 9, 10. Okay, that's enough. Actually, you know what? Take that off. Take it off because I want this kid to succeed.
It's sort of already
Okay.
in there, isn't it? Isn't the +3? It says
The
Hunter's
+3
Instinct.
is from Mark of Finding,
Okay.
so I get a D4
Hmm.
perception check. So D6 is like a different
Okay.
thing. I'm like, actually, no.
These things are all named the fucking same, dude.
Hunter's intuition,
So-
Hunter's instinct, yeah.
I guess he got it. Gets it.
That's it.
Would you say it's reasonable for him to have grabbed it?
Yeah, Bradford. Bradford wasn't expected to get pickpocketed right now. He's probably thinking of like where he would hide it on his person, so he probably just have it in his pocket.
Okay,
So,
yeah. If it's not in like a
seems
something
fine.
super secure, like under a breastplate, I think
Yeah.
it's reasonable to have grabbed it.
Because I wasn't gonna put it in his breastplate originally, but I didn't think of that until.
Yeah, in that
No.
case, I don't think you can pickpocket high enough to get it.
Wow.
Right? Like, how does one slip a hand under a breastplate unknown?
Well, I was saying like I was thinking about potentially doing that, but since the perception is so shit on his part, could it have just been in his pocket?
Sure. Yeah, that's plenty reasonable.
Well, just take me out. I want this. I want to be impressed by this child. That's a weird sentence. Anyways, don't worry about that.
So
I'm
they
still
head out.
here. Bye. The dog will laugh.
After they begin heading, oh god, they head out. You see the remainder here get back to work, repairing the town. Is there anything you do before your final ascent? Descent, egress. That's the word.
Congrats is a good point.
Did we take a any chance?
Did you what?
Did we take a long rest?
Yes, it was a long rest after night before Julius and Seven and Ezekiel showed up.
Beautiful.
Well, technically, Seven showed up before the long rest.
But semantics, you have a long rest.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna change out some.
I was just gonna voice Crash's question, but he already got it. I was just gonna say Gregor probably salutes Alistane and the Blood Cloaks before we head out too.
PHR will summarily disregard you. Alistair will give you a nod, and Dayron will return the salute.
Daron's my favorite Black Cloak.
I suspect that will be pretty unanimous.
Of all the shit options, he's actually not that bad of an option.
I had an idea. So
Fair.
Bradford would salute to Alistair specifically.
I never saw him compete.
Yeah,
Wait until we knew. All right. Anyway, I had an idea. So I have a passive perception of 17. Would stand to reason that I noticed him brush by Bradford next.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering, especially, you just saw him do it to you.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
Is it fair to say that I would have also known?
I think so. Yeah. You
Is it fair
are
to say like
actually
everyone else in the group probably
observant.
notices?
So,
Maybe not Lucian. Definitely not
Does passive
Erica, because she
perception,
doesn't care
20 or
about little
something?
brat.
yeah. So.
Oh yeah,
I'm
he
gonna-
has observant. Yeah, he does. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just you
So
and Erica.
So since Bradford has been kind of struck off the list of targets for
Oh, I
Uriel
see.
to hit, Jericho sidles up next to Bradford as Uriel's group kind of vamooses out of here, and he'll clap him on the shoulder and say, "Looks like you just got caught, brother." And as he's saying that, he is sliding his card into Bradford's pocket.
what are you even talking about? What do you...
Well, hold on.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, you noticed.
Oh, just barely. He he looks down to see the card just disappearing into his pocket. It's like, damn it! I wish I actually. He checks his own pocket to see the card's not fucking there. Damn it again! I didn't even get to do anything.
The kid's good.
Shockingly.
Well, he's got to be clever to get my card. Then Jericho puts a finger up to his mask and does a shh. Ah!
As you are getting ready to head out, you see, Brother Ismanov of Leveron come over.
Lad.
I see you are without a senior officers, is correct.
What are you talking about? I'm right here.
He was a funny one.
I know, right?
I'm glad
Yes.
someone noticed.
He is technically the most senior here.
Technically.
Technically, senior's the best kind of senior.
Regardless, is there a purpose for this observation, sir?
Allow me to give a blessing upon.
I don't see the harm in it.
He takes his axe off his back and slams it into the ground before putting a heel on the tip of it that's facing up and reciting a prayer over you. Each of you take 15 points of aid.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's terrifying.
That's what max HP and healing, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. Best of luck to you on the road. Till we meet again.
Take care, Husband.
I'm very.
Y'all earned it. No shit, Captain.
We're fucked.
That was the tipping point, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 50. What level of spell is that? Like, it's every other level for aid, right?
Fourth? No, it's fourth.
Oh, it's just fourth. I mean, just
Yeah.
fourth.
Already
That's
second
still
level,
not
so-
easy.
Okay, cool. 74 HP. Great.
Oh, okay. Oh, it was fine. Everything's fine.
So, left
We
to your
can-
own devices, what do y'all do?
Has it been a sort of like same break in between each time the group's left?
Whenever you're ready, it is.
Okay. Well, wait, 10ish minutes, right? Before we follow up after the last group.
I think it
Sound
was.
good to everyone?
What? What interval was it? I was gonna say 30 minutes, but then I was like,
It was 30.
Okay.
So assuming 20 has passed, you wait another 10 and then head out. What pathway do y'all take?
That's a good question. We go into the river. No.
I think
Crash, no. Crash, sit.
instead of which one did Ezekiel's group just take?
The white one?
The closest to the river.
Closest to the river.
So
well,
I
since
imagine
they're
it's safe
the-
bet that it's not actually straight line.
Yeah, since they're the kind of loud and proud group comparatively, probably following in their wake would be either a good idea because if they get in trouble, we can provide assistance, or a bad idea because they might attract attention behind them.
Yeah, if
They've
they
already
attract attention
stood-
and then dip,
stood
then we're stuck with
everything
the
up.
attention.
We could start like this, and then in between the middle and Zeke group, and then if we notice that one of them might need assistance, we break more that way.
Hmm. Yeah, let's follow up Julius's squad. I think actually, that's probably the
Which
best bet.
is the second one. So
Yeah,
down the
that's
line.
one with the that's blue. That's one with Carolyn and others. Mule, Zoe.
Doran, I think.
There's orange
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah, I think that's our best
any-
bet.
I mean, the other option is just like dip way deeper into Watichi than makes any sense.
Or go for a swim.
Go for a dip.
Both of those are horrible ideas.
They are.
Hey, at least for the river one, we might be able to hit up Mr. Barge if we don't get eaten by 15 different things first.
If
Or eaten by Mr. Barge.
Or even by Mr. Barge, that is true. We're really actually nice.
It's always that option.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down for following Julius's footsteps. He's never led us astray. He says lying to himself.
Okay. So you begin to head out this way. How do you travel?
I think we can
There-
afford to be quiet, right?
Yeah.
Because none of us are wearing heavy armor, right? Nothing.
There's Big Bad Wolf.
Yeah, I could ditch the half plate for a breastplate, and we wouldn't make noise as much.
I think that's a good idea. As well as if we're following the idea of like, oh wait a second, no, if we're following the idea of like bait and sneak group, we're definitely a sneak group. We can definitely become the sneak group. I have passed out a trace if we really want to. As well as this remind me of something. This reminds me of something O did in our Saturday game where there was like an L formation, but I can't remember how it worked. It was like, no, because you have to be closer than groups we're traveling with. Oh well.
If you're gonna
Like,
pass without a
You mean
trace,
an L-shaped ambush? So boop, boop, boop,
Yeah.
boop.
do you think I
boop,
should
boop.
bother ditching
You-
the half plate?
I
And
think
you
that'd be
have
a good idea if we're gonna go stealth.
This formation, and then they can flex here and here. So they can
Yeah, that's what I
move.
was remembering.
So whenever you encounter something, you can add your heavy group to the left and create an engagement point. So say you were getting engaged on this point, you'd want it like this, so you could cover all sectors of fire.
Ah.
And then it works really good because you can bound that way. So essentially what happens is this group moves while this group fires.
Mhm.
Then this group moves while this one fires.
Okay.
Should Katie be worried about crossbow bolts though?
I think you said you got like 300 before you left, so no.
Yeah, good.
Okay. I think I put 100 on my character sheet, but we can retroactively change that. That's good with you.
Are you
'cause-
like running low on crossbow bolts?
Yeah, sure am.
Oh.
I mean, I could always pass your thing and give you just like repeating shot.
Also, crash
that-
upstairs.
Yeah.
Clint. Okay. So,
Okay.
We're following
So yeah, we'll say you
Julius.
covered it that way.
covered that.
Okay.
So, following Julius, aiming for stealth. Do we want to do that like L formation thing? Maybe as
What
like, an
we
excuse
could-
for like in-game stealth.
So there's also another way you can do It's called a wedge formation. So you just boop,
It's like a little V shape, I'm
Boop.
guessing.
boop,
It's like
Mhm.
how
and boop, boop.
birds fly.
You-
No, I'm
Set
sorry.
something.
I did that wrong. You offset this way. Oh, it's not letting me grab it.
I feel like you've shown this one. Oh, now it's
Yeah, you offset this way. So this is like your command group to include your medic and your commo, and this is your heavy gunner on the flank.
Flora.
But like with a scout group, you might want like ranger. Oh god, it's grabbing so weird. You might want your rangers on the forward and Huatichi side flank, and keep your your more soft, vulnerable targets to the inside. So, like,
So if we
Okay,
get jumped, they have to go through
Erica
everyone.
right,
on
like
the
say keep
inside.
Erica over here, Bradford or Flora here, and then Bradford or Flora here, and everyone else sort of in the middle. That would probably be your best tactical stand. That way
That
you have
works.
scouts each way, and then shift coverage, and your most vulnerable portion is covered.
And then hopefully, like, if we like try to follow the tree line in between both of them, hopefully, Bradford or Flora will pick up on if like this group
Thumbs
or
up.
this group needs help. Yeah.
And if
And for
let's
whatever
see.
we're needing help.
Yeah, so whatever y'all decide to do from there. So who's your Pathfinder?
Flora.
Oh, if Flora's on the flank, she's not the Pathfinder.
Oh,
Bradford's
how-
also a
how-
ranger.
How good is Jericho at that sort of thing? Do you think?
What skill would be tied to that survival?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
I have a +7.
Oh yeah, easy.
I have a plus
decent,
6, but I also add a D4 to it. But also he's flanking kind of side.
You would add 2d4 if I can use my guidance on you.
So is the plan to have both of y'all up front and everyone else sort of covered for
Yeah.
on your stealth flank?
I was gonna suggest that it could be Gregor and Jericho in the front, pathfinding, and then Bradford and Flora on the flanks, and then Erica and Lucian in the middle.
yeah. Like you.
Yeah, I
So
can dig that.
a triplet duet.
Triple do it. Yeah, people are kind of set up in pairs, aren't they?
But he's
Okay.
I can dig it.
Yeah, we can do that.
That seems like a decent plan.
This is the closest
you
Eric
begin
and Lucy are
to-
going to be to talking, but they're not allowed to talk.
You begin to head out. My stealth squadron, roll me stealth. My Advon team, my Pathfinders, roll me survival.
Do we want pass without a trait? Would it apply
Yeah.
to
Do you
everything?
want? Do you want advantage, Alec, or do you want to both roll?
I'll take advantage 'cause we can both have guidance, I don't think.
Okay.
Very good.
Nice.
Advantage game clutch, thank you very much.
All right, and Flora Bradford, let me get a stealth. You can roll one with advantage if you want to. Oh, dang, look at you just get a 19.
Yeah, I can't get much better. Maybe Flora can get like a 30? So, better at advantage. That 10 though.
Flashy genius. Let me check.
Oh, actually, that's a good point.
Yeah, I can. Can I add a +5 to Flora's roll?
Absolutely.
All right, there you go.
Now, one thing to consider, Flora's roll is sound only.
Oh.
So- She has 18 auditory profile. Bradford has a 22 visual and auditory.
Right,
Oh.
she's effectively invisible.
Okay, never mind. Can I?
So just so all the variables on the table.
Yeah. And then if we toss this
Yeah.
in there, then we could get a little bit better. I think this is a good call. Clint's in the other group. He'll be really low on health, but hey, he'll be fine-ish. I can't do anything about it.
His temp HP or max HP was topped off, right? He had his little snackies before he headed out.
Interesting. Interesting you say that. Fun fact, do you remember what group you put him in?
Who?
We put him with Ezekiel,
Channing,
right?
Ezekiel.
With brother Ezekiel, that's right.
Oh, okay, yeah, see, calculated.
I was waiting to see. There's two things I was waiting to see, and you made the two good decisions.
For all the others who don't know, why don't you tell them why that was a good idea? What can brother Ezekiel do that can help Clint?
Yeah, he happens to be, not a Cathar, but very well associated, has many levels in cleric. So he can, stop him from dying.
Right, of course. I knew that.
I assume that's exactly what you meant when you planned it that way. And other lies we tell ourselves.
Just go ahead and roll one of these real quick, and all right.
It fits perfectly. So let's see, 27. You are making good tracks. You even actually see some of the tracks left behind by Julius's group. Bradford and Flora, you do see several times that there are creatures out there in the wilds. However, with your pretty good rolls, pretty good survival, you're able to help steer the group away from them.
Everyone worked
Roll.
really good checks.
Let's see who that would be. Who would you say is on this lateral side flank towards the river?
Oh, so like we're traveling this way. Who's pointing that way?
Correct. Who's covering your least important eastern flank?
I would think Bradford would be that way, and then Flora would be the other way because the other way is more dangerous and more likely to be able to detect people.
So Flora on the river flank, or you?
Bradford on the river flank.
Yeah. Because the river flank is the least important one. That's where Bradford would be.
Okay. Roll me a perception, Bradford.
I can do one of those real fast for you, bud. How about
But he's not bad.
me?
But he's not bad.
Can I get it better? 21.
Okay.
Very good.
As you're traveling through this wooded area, you come across like a high ground on a ravine. And just for a moment, the fog shifts in a way that you see something that I don't think I can tell you how you would feel about it, but rather I'll describe. You see a creature probably about 100 foot in length, with limbs that do not match what the size it should be. Only that of about 20 feet long, considering its massive form. It looks more like it would be a quadrupedal centipede-like creature. But the important thing to see about it is it's bisected, all the way down to where about its pelvis would be. And you see it scattered amongst two of the rocks. With a 21 just over the 20, you do see that the tip of this jagged rock appears to have a nice clean slice down the middle of it, right where the creature has fallen.
What the fuck?
Okay. So there is this 100-foot long centipede-like creature that seems to have fallen into a rock.
No.
It was.
Let me clarify. It looks like it's been sliced in half down to the pelvis with enough force that it cleaved through most of this rock. The rock itself is probably about 30, 40 feet in diameter and about 40-ish feet tall. And the blade slice went about 10 feet through the middle of it.
Oh. Oh, I see. So something slashed into it and just went through it and the massive fucking rock. Is that what I'm picking up? I'm very tired.
Yes.
With the 21, that's about what you think you saw.
Cool. That's a problem. Maven was here. Some badass is creep. Okay, could be Maven. It could be the other guy we've seen cut down Doran's thing. Doran's wall. Everyone's tired. He would.
Enemy of my enemy.
We probably have like hand signals so we don't make noise in the field, which would make sense. He would basically the forward two that are leading the pack. He would flag them down, which is Jericho and Gregor. And just point it out to them.
Without having to move and get our eyes actually on whatever it is he's saying, I'll go ahead and cast a. Oh, never mind. I thought I had message.
Whoop.
Yeah. So, Jericho will kind of move closer to Bradford just to see what he's talking about.
Same.
And, yeah. Looking around. Well, actually, without getting closer to the thing, I assume it's a ways away, correct? It's a very large creature.
Correct, yeah. With a 21, he was able to spot it in a decent amount of distance. I would say it's probably about 300 or so feet away.
300 or so feet away. So from this distance, it's going to be hard to tell how long ago this thing was killed.
Yeah, near impossible, especially considering its exoskeleton-like frame.
Yeah.
Do I have any idea what the thing is that was killed?
You could roll a nature.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a hard one. Like at the distance and considering it's just butchered.
Because here's what I'll say: a survival, the best thing he can tell you is "ooga booga." That thing's scary.
Right. Okay. More detailed than that, it'd be nature. Okay.
Would you just flag those two?
I mean, he will get their attention first, then he would like get the attention of everyone else to basically move to hold formation.
Okay.
So like y'all know something's up, but he's not exactly pointing out like what that is at the second.
Gotcha.
I think not wanting to spend any more time ogling this corpse, Jericho will motion for Gregor to take the lead with him again. You can just continue.
Are you sure about that? It might be worth it to investigate.
I forgot Erica was here.
When we have to cross the river.
I'm not even sure if this is going to need an insight, but looking at her, does she just appear to want to dissect the thing?
Yeah, why
She's already digging through her tool bag.
I agree with Jericho. We should keep moving.
Would I be able to see the creature?
After it's pointed out, absolutely. I will say the almost like a rhythmic pattern. The mist surrounding the area does cover and overtrude it, but you see glimpses of this creature off in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
A horn here, an arm there, internal organs there.
May I try to discern what it could be?
It would take probably a few minutes of inspecting it from that distance to get a good idea, but it can be done if you take the time.
Got it.
Before you roll, I think Jericho will say to Erica, how much could you get done in 5 minutes?
I can get enough done.
Brave D2. Jericho will, with a hand signal, try to round everyone up as we move closer to that, hopefully long dead corpse. Does anyone object?
Oh god, this feels like a trap.
This feels.
I pretend and I do not hear that.
I know you can, you son of a bitch.
I think it's a bad idea, but
You say that and look over at Jericho and you see that his fingers are actually in his ears. No, leading the group kind of closer to the corpse. He'll opt to give 5 minutes, almost on the dot, for Erica to dissect this thing if possible.
She immediately gets to work without any regard for the fact that maybe there's something still there.
yeah. As we're following, can I be focused on that part? Trying to see if
Absolutely.
there's something- there's-
Yeah, I'm helping him out with the
Sure, yep,
security
roll
check.
perceptions. Your choice of advantage or together. Wait,
What do you want?
advantage or together, that's the same thing. Or separate.
Advantage is separate.
I'll opt to assist Erica with her dissection.
Smart. Does Gregor get advantage on this already or no?
No,
No, it doesn't.
I got a 5 in perception.
I got a 6 plus a d4. You want to give me assistance?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Team. Okay, thank you so much, dear God.
22. There are definitely small little critters on the distance that as you make your way forward, they sort of retreat. And you can see, well, they don't look like they'd be a challenge to you, but they're kind of just waiting for you to leave to feed on it again.
Mm-hmm. Scavengers.
Yeah, they're scavengers.
And you in your studies have heard of these type of creatures. There's many different names, but the majority thing about them is they're just F-class type 2s. They're pathetically weak that even a commoner can probably handle them.
Right. Like, it's basically a feral rabbit.
Right. Normally they're emaciated, and while most dark ones do not suffer from any sort of disease or any metabolic impairment, these ones can because they're just weak. So whatever they traded in for darkness, they didn't get a good deal.
Fair. How long does it take for scavengers to start picking at a body? From when the thing that kills
Now
the thing
that is a
starts?
survival.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's the most survival thing I've ever survived. Please don't suck.
Can we double up? You don't need it.
You can roll your own, see if it gets something different.
Okay.
Dang, boy.
Boy knows death.
I got an 8 because I don't have.
18's still good. 18's still good.
What you know with an 8 is that if they come over,
Oh, right.
there's going to be more to feed on. What Garth knows with the 28 is that you count the sort of shadowy silhouettes chittering away from this creature, you get about 18.
Jesus.
What you can tell with that sort of number is it's something that's been happening over several hours. Like, there's certainly no way that they would just be grouped up that deep, because anytime something that weak groups up that heavily, they're just easy prey.
Right. So that means, from their perspective at the very least, it is safe enough around to eat this thing.
Right. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Cool.
So, with 5 minutes on the clock, Erica gets to work.
Lucian also gets to work. Identification.
Oh no. She's ringing it. No way.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
I'm assistant.
That's better.
Oh, you are? Oh, okay. So
Yes,
that
she
was the
would
first
type
one.
anything.
Does she take a 22? No. She'll still
It's only
reroll.
a 12.
There's so much to
She will
learn.
take a
So
12.
22
She will-
it will be.
Take it 22.
Joel
Yeah,
rolled the exact
seems-
same
Can I-
twice.
Can I guidance it?
Absolutely.
25.
That might be a tier.
Oh, it's actually... Did I add that in?
Does she have like?
I
special
did
skills or
not.
something?
It's. Oh, I did. Okay, I did. Yep. Wow, she has all those bonuses and still rolled so bad. 25.